like this is something that's been suggested for forever, since even before I was born. And I was born back in the day. Yeah, pretty old these days. Hey, what's up, Dynasty? And whew, if Mortal Kombat would have got a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up game in the same vein as a Streets of Rage, that would have just been the cherry on top of their amazing run in the 90s with their 2D fighting games. It's a shame it didn't happen, but did it almost happen?
What?
Maybe?
What?
Kind of? Tough to say, but recently Ed Boon had a response in regards to this idea that I think is pretty interesting because it kind of leaves the door open for a what-if speculation, and that's what we're going to do today. So with that said, drop a like if you would have played a Mortal Kombat beat-em-up back in the day. For me, as you can see in the background, I'm using this like Streets of Rage 2 mod called Mortal Kombat CX and in the chat, but it's funny because it's probably the closest we'll ever get to a side-scrolling 90s-themed Mortal Kombat game, at least at this point in time. But drop a like. Let them know we want this to happen, or at least talk about it. Just tell us the stories that you say you wish you could tell us, Ed Boon. Yeah, that's what he said. Let's get into it. So, a couple of days ago, sometime last week, Rise Conflictus on Twitter said, praying one day NRS releases a side-scrolling beat-em-up or another Shaolin Monks style game for the Mortal Kombat series. And attached to the tweet is some amazing art made courtesy of Dubcarnage. And here it is in all of its glory. You can see we have Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Fire and Ice going up against not one, but two Tarkatan guards. Maybe one's Baraka. We'll say one's Baraka just for the sake of this being even cooler. One's Baraka, one's not. But they're fighting on the bridge from the classic games back in the day, and it looks amazing. Obviously, Sub-Zero is using his Ice Ball because in beat-em-ups you have the ability to throw special moves. That would be Sub-Zero's, also rocking the traditional ninja-esque Mortal Kombat 2 garb as well. The attire looks amazing. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Ed Boon saw this and said, the stories I wish I could tell you, with a shocked open mouth emoji. Didn't elaborate. I wish Ed Boon would elaborate more often because, you know, he just kind of fills in the gaps without the teases. And for someone who says, not a tease, boy, do you tease a lot, Sir Edward Boon. Happy belated birthday, by the way. But yes, let the speculation begin. Obviously, we do know that there was plans for a sequel to Shaolin Monks dubbed Fire and Ice. It was supposed to follow the story of Sub-Zero and Scorpion working together. It was also being made by the same studio. I believe it was like Midway, LA, Paradox, Moore Park or something. It was like an LA studio for Midway Games that eventually I think just kind of disbanded before it ultimately got bought out by WB. So yeah, that's kind of what happened with that. Midway got bought out and nothing happened. And since then we've seen teases for like a decade of Ed Boon constantly making it known that he wants to see a Shaolin Monks sequel. So 15 years of waiting, I guess we'll just wait another 15 and maybe if not Shaolin Monks 2, we'll get a beat-em-up. Stories I wish I could tell you. Now, going back to the amazing art made by Dubcarnage, there is a grand total of 5 pieces in regards to like a beat-em-up illustration made by Dubcarnage. There's even like a box cover, Streets of Combat, which I think is the perfect name. I love it. I love everything about this. I love how we have illustrations of what potential boss battles could be. We have Mataro going up against the sisters, Melina and Katana, in the NetherRealm. Take my money. And then you get a illustration of boss battle Reptile, Scorpion, doing the bidding here in the Deadpool. Again, this looks absolutely amazing between the selection of characters, which is at this point, I don't know, what, 70 plus? I couldn't tell you. Stages, again, at this point, probably like 70 plus. Every other cutscene from the story mode, like there's so much depth in Mortal Kombat these days compared to, what, the 90s? It's a night and day difference. You couldn't even compare the two. Now, there's also this image right here of, you guessed it, everyone's favorite couple, Sonya, Johnny, Shadow kicking on, going up against what appears to be cyborgs. Initially thought I was looking at 2 noob cybots, but no, cyborgs. But yes, again, shout out to Dubcarnage because amazing art. Got the attention of Boon, and again, Boon and his teases, it just never ends. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. I think the idea is something that, again, I could sit here for probably an hour and just come up with a million things that I'd like to see in a beat 'em up. You guys probably could too, especially if it was Mortal Kombat themed. I know you guys can. So give me your opinions, your wants, if this could ever happen in the comment section down below. Again, shout out to Dubcarnage. The work, the whole portfolio for Dubcarnage will be provided in the description of this video. But there you go. Stories I wish I could tell you. What do you guys think that means? Do you think we'll ever see a sequel to Shaolin Monks 2? 30th anniversary, tonight's the night. Ed Boon's getting his award. DICE Awards. We'll see what happens. Now, at the end of this video, I have like another 15 minutes of gameplay going through a few more stages in Streets of Rage 2 using, I believe, Sub-Zero and Kung Lao and Jax. I don't have commentary, but I do have gameplay, obviously. If you'd like, I'll go back and do a full playthrough from the beginning to the end using the entire roster of Mortal Kombat characters, it's like 4 or 5, and I'll record it. Commentary, maybe I'll throw myself on a green screen and you'll get my reactions. I didn't want to complete it unless I potentially did it with my face and voice, but I wish I would have recorded my commentary because I was having a blast. This is really fun, and if you just type in Mortal Kombat CX, you can probably find a way to play it in browser without downloading a thing. So, highly recommend it. It's pretty fun. It's actually aged pretty decently. The hitboxes are broken. You're gonna see I keep dying around this part in this like mini boss battle, but we pick Jax and everything works out pretty well eventually. But yes, if you guys want this, let me know. I will sit down and record the whole thing eventually, but you gotta let me know. If you enjoyed though, please take a second, drop a like on the video. Of course, subscribe for some more MK content like this on the channel. Until next time, I've been your host, Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe, enjoy the rest of this gameplay. Maybe you'll see why this idea, I think in my opinion, is probably the best thing that didn't happen. Should have happened. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
You